Yep, here we go. With more coastline than any country in the world, the nooks and crannies of the shores of northern Canada set the stage for a showdown between opposing fleets. Amidst the barren rocks and snow-capped peaks, only one team will remain unvanquished. This is Warriors Path. Warriors Path is a 48 by 48 kilometer domination-style map with 3 cap points running in a line from west to east. The A cap is on the extreme left, B is in the center, and C is on the far right. To the west, Cap A has enough nearby island cover that it generally attracts at least one radar cruiser from each team. There is island cover within the cap that gives destroyers the options of entering and hunkering down to contest it, but it's exceptionally risky. Capture Area B is a difficult and challenging place to be in the early going of a game. Between radar and enemy aircraft, destroyers within the cap will be easily spotted. Though they have cover in the form of the tall island in the center of the cap, they risk being pinned down there if the opposing team is determined to find a way to wipe them out. Off to the east, the sea cap offers solid cover for friendly cruisers along the northwestern and southwestern edges, but precious little inside the cap itself. The long, narrow channel to the east that connects C and B is a frequent place to see pushes occur in the mid to late game, depending on the board position of each team. Warriors Path has a long and storied history within the tournament, having produced many close and competitive games. It begs the question, what memorable plays and matches will result this time around? 18 ships, 2 teams, 1 victor. It's time to play Warriors Path. All right, here we go, settling into Game 1 of the North American Semifinals here between 07 and SCCC on Warriors Path. 07 opting for Midway, double Yamato, double Worcester, double Henri, Shima, and Grozavoy. Now that's interesting. We saw them use the Shima to really good effect on this map earlier. Talk to me about SCCC.
Yep. And once again, by the way, he is running his 20-kilometer torps. SCCC has got Hakuryu, Montana, Yamato, Minotaur, and the quadruple Henri and Stalingrad to do that.
So interesting, this is the first Shima I've had the pleasure of casting. You said that this is a common pick from on this map, or just something they pulled out this season?
I don't think it's something I've never seen 07 do this before, but they did it earlier today against whatever it was they played in PSV. We saw them play this PSV on this map, and They did it then, and it worked really well. MF Jones climbing into the top end of B, spotted by fighters. Trying to get some shells on him here, but none have landed yet. And the fighters are dead. So 07, go ahead.
Well. Price is spotted as well, being shelled by BFK right now.
Yep, Minotaur trying to sneak up close to that cap as well. That's pretty gutsy.
Big shots coming in on him also.
Indeed, plenty of salvos coming in. Takes about half his HP right there for his trouble.
That turn of death would always be trouble.
Indeed.
It is interesting seeing with these CVs not going for the early dump and just sending the small scout squad in that we've been seeing a lot today and over the last few days.
Well, we're seeing 07
choosing all of it.
We're seeing 07 do very much what they did in their matches that we cast earlier, which is take their double destroyers, push an early cap advantage, and then kick back and wait on the other team to respond or do something somewhere. Tato 69 now into the extreme northwestern corner of A. MF Jones camped out in B, headed, looks like he's going to head out towards the east. Into that gap between A and B.
Interesting to note, SCCC is splitting their Henris, 2 on each side.
Yes, they are. We didn't talk about it, but that's not what we've seen them do when they've run this cruiser-heavy comp before. Might be because this map is larger. I'm not sure. They have a tremendous health advantage. 07 is essentially going to give them C for free if they want it. Let's see what they do.
Ooh, Potato taking some heavy hits.
I just noticed the rocket planes, and he's getting hammered. Very low already.
Yeah, Jake from State Farm, checking his deductible on that DD, not giving him any breathing room.
They're just waiting on that air cover to come back and do that spotting again.
Oh!
Until then, they're efficient.
Price is out already. William the Dank doing work with Yamato guns, picking off Frice in smoke.
recently had a great conversation with William the Dank, probably correlation to that. He has fun practicing shooting off his mini map only, not even looking at the actual game, just using last known positions on ships to see if he can hit them. They think paid off with that smoke shot for him.
Well, they kept blind firing Potato in the smoke. Potato is now on 640 HP. He's had to leave the cap. They've rotated MF Jones over. He'll be into the cap momentarily.
Henri's are starting to focus on Henri.
I'm still wondering when SCCC is going to figure out they can literally have the sea cap. It's theirs for the taking. All they have to do is sail into it.
Yeah, they're about to get into sea now.
This is one of the disadvantages of the destroyerless compositions. You frequently find yourself down on points and having to try and cap things with larger ships that just invite the incoming fire. Stalingrad.
Direct fire on Jones.
Yeah, they can see Jones, but it's not going to be in time to stop him from cap. Oh, they did reset him. Oh, they barely reset him with just enough time.
Yep, reset came in there from SFNL. Just
big hit.
clipping.
Our team has taken the lead.
Henri's on the map edge, trying to work over Jones in the A cap now, relying on the airplanes to do their spotting for them. Jones gets a little bit of a ding from Fuzzballs' Montana, but not very much. He's down about 25% of his HP and healing now.
Potato quality shots out, though, on Jake from State Farm has been rolling pretty slow, pretty consistent, not playing that throttle game.
They're continuing to fish for Jones in the smoke. SCCC is going to bag C finally, it looks like. That starts to keep them in the game. Over 200 points down now on the strength of that early kill by 07, wiping out Frice's Minotaur.
Ooh, big hit to
Separatum
the
takes
Worcester.
Yeah, Separatum, another salvo coming in from the Henri.
And they're looking to capitalize as they call for concentration fire.
AP bombers coming in.
AP bombers coming in on Hakuryu. It's a big hit, but it's not quite enough to seal the deal. That's enough to seal the deal, though.
There it is.
A
That
guy
needs
on,
to be clipped.
indeed, a guy on Yamato does seal the deal here, as SCCC answers with their first kill of the match.
It looks like Jones has completed his cap of A.
Indeed, he hung out in his smoke long enough, and the fishing came up empty. He's on about half HP now as he escapes back to the west, back from the direction he came from towards B.
Big wave torpedoes might die in the water on their way out there to Jake from State Farm. They have blanketed that entire gap there. SFNL, not seeing them yet, is starting to roll in. Oh, they die in the water.
They did just die. Now, SCCC making their push through C now, bringing in the Stalingrad and the Yamato. The Hakuryu mushes Hakuryu right on their heels, right up to the edge of the C cap. Now, Jones has an interesting possibility here. There are no SCCC surface ships between him and the aircraft carrier. He has the possibility, if he sees it, to push to the bottom end of the B cap and dump a torpedo strike that will probably catch Mush off guard.
Well, where do you guys think Mush is?
Mush is at the bottom end of C. We saw him.
Okay.
He's snuggled up to the island on the south edge of the sea cap where the Stalingrad was earlier.
Looks like he is patrolling from, and he's spotted.
He is, yep, he is. But today's like early for him. There's the torpedo bombers.
Yep, fighter cover, though, dropped by Warlord to give him a free pass and a free out there.
Yep, Warlord's got some carrier cover for him up ahead. Jones spotted now, opens fire on Reverend Ross's Stalingrad as shells come in from the Montana across the map to no effect.
Here comes Midway torpedo bombers.
Mush Jr. now respotted.
State Farm and SFNL are backing up the Montana, trying to hunt down that Grozavoy. Plug that middle gap, I think.
Ooh, 4 torpedoes into Revenras. He took some damage on that one.
Indeed, good midway strike on
3.
Revenras. But he's also he's under the edge of the Hakuryu's AA bubble as well. Striking him is going to be difficult.
Oh, Midway is going for a CV snipe here.
No, I think he's coming back for Revenross
he's
again.
going for the
Is he?
Stalingrad. Okay, I don't know. Look,
Nope, he's going for the Stalingrad, but he's got to fight through a lot of A to get there because the carrier's right there. He gets the torps into the water.
He's going to do a high dump.
But he got it out.
Yep, depending on how fast Revenross can get going forward, I don't think he's going to do it quick enough. He's going to take it 1, maybe 2.
He's going to take at least 2, I think. I don't think he can stop 2. He's going to take just 2? Just the 2.
just the 2.
Revenross spotted again now. 7.5K and healing in the sea cap. Under a lot of threat here.
Yep,
Jones
MF Jones got
respotted.
those guns going.
And here comes a rocket strike
And
on
more
Jones.
Big hit.
William the Dank firing from outside there. Just missing.
Yep, the Montana and Double Henri have now they've got eyes on him again. They've given up their quest for A. They're moving back. They're on the 4-5 line now as they head back to the the east.
Unfortunately for Revenross, being having to tuck into that canyon there, he's lost all cover from the CV's AA since it won't fire through the islands anymore,
True.
allowing Warlord to just free dunk him.
And which
Yep,
he does.
There it is.
Which he does.
Victory is in sight.
Egan is probably going to put himself in that same position if he's not careful.
07 out to a 400-point lead as we cross over the halfway mark of the match. SCCC down a ship, down a cap, trying to find their way back into this game. Their lack of destroyer, their lack of cap control really hurting them right now, in my opinion. And they've been, their inability to do anything with the Shimakaze and finally get him off the board earlier, that's just points they left behind. Potato is continuing to swim around over here on the 2 line with 640 HP. Ah, there's some bombers out looking for him now.
Mm-hmm.
Potato getting into a flanking position, possibly opening fire on the Montana. No, he's looking towards the B cap.
Warlord, though, having free reign to just drop rockets all over this Yamato. Being in that canyon, he has his own AA and
that's
none
it.
other to help him.
Yep.
With solid turns. Yep, there he goes. He comes out into the CV screen, and then he's going to go right back into darkness to it. Yep, there he is with that circle. He's going to come around and just over and over just strip the AA and the secondary mounts off that Yamato until he is easy pickings.
Indeed. 90 seconds on the timer for SCCC. They've got to make a play or 07 is going home with game 1. Potato Quality's Yamato getting farmed now. Oh, my lord.
Oh, that's a Citadel.
What a hit from Fuzzballs' Montana. Potato under a tremendous amount of threat now, looking solidly healthy a few minutes ago, but trying to turn to get out of the A cap might cost him his ship. Here come the AP bombs.
There it is.
Someone called
they get him.
McDonald because he just got farmed.
That's right. Big kill for SCCC. That keeps them in the game. It buys them time, but in seconds only. Again, 90 seconds still remain on the timer. Again, they have to get onto the B cap to slow that down.
Yep. Guyan's about to get there. Montana's backing him up.
MF
Yep.
Jones under heavy fire now. Lieutenant Dan's legs, Fuzzy Collie, and Fuzzballs all focusing him. They're trying to get that hit point lead a little bit bigger and slow down the points.
Well, and here comes the rocket strike looking for Jones. He's fought off several of these over the course of the game. Nope, the rocket strike turned. It's going to one of the Henris. No, where is he going with that thing?
I'm
get-
not really sure. But
Oh,
that Yamato
oh,
just got
I see.
torp drop.
He's going to drop a fighter. He was going to drop a fighter over the B cap. The Yami's getting chunked now. 2 torps into the bow and burning. Plenty of fire coming in on him. Agion will be off the board momentarily. And there he goes.
Yep.
60
In a
seconds.
minute.
60 seconds on the timer now for 07. All they have to do is hang on and not die. Jones clearly the threat there. They've pulled Potato well back up the 1 line. He's in D1 headed due north. They're not even going to risk him. Ah, now the game has changed.
Down.
Now the game has changed because SCCC is on all the caps.
Yep.
Yep.
But
However,
Fuzz is
Fuzzball's
going
under
to pay
some
that
heavy,
price for that.
concentrated fire right now. If he
Yeah.
can't get out of there alive, that's going to be it.
I think they're going to make Fuzzballs going to extract the iron price from him for holding this position. They're going to make him leave, or they're going to take his ship away. If he leaves, the game will be on a timer that is measured in seconds. If they kill him, the game will be over.
By the time he gets out of there or killed, Dan's legs will be in B.
Yep, I see Dan now coming in from the east.
A has been secured by Jake from State Farm.
Indeed.
Shots out from William the Tank, hoping to put it through his. Oh,
Solid hit on Fuzzballs there.
yep. And then the BB shell's still coming in.
07's path to victory now lies through the armor of Fuzzballs Montana. They know it just as much as SCCC does. Fuzzball's continuing to retreat, trying to salvage his ship under 13,000 and burning. More HE bombs coming in. 6K now and falling.
Ooh.
SCCC looks like they've waited too long to make their move, and they have.
That's it.
Ooh.
Wow. Good match, just a little bit too late on that push, I'd say.